truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. Hit like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do. Be cool, city lights shining so bright. Fine dining nights feels right. Flights to places far from sight. Get right, ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Underneath the neon glow, life is fast but take it slow. Every moment like a show. Let's go. Dancing through the night, we got energy flows we can't hide. Feel alive, we outside. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Stay cool.
Hey, nobody bigger than the program.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Fresh off Izzy's channel. And today's show is going to be we're going to get to it. Why do everybody keep blaming men for all these problems, right? When we got the problems of our own. They keep blaming us for everything the women do. The women leave is because we weren't man enough. If she has kids and we want to get with her, we're stupid, right? We're enabling her. We are being blamed for everything. And this is our problem. And this I'm particularly talking about relationships and marriages, right? Everything the women does is all on the man. And this is getting tiresome. If a man is too nice, if his man is stoic and standing on business and treating this woman like a queen, and she's taking advantage of that and dog walking him, nigga's a simp. Nigga is a beta. Nigga soft, right? If we are a man who just likes to, stand on business and don't let all women have a voice, then we're toxic masculinity. We didn't give her woman a voice. We should have heard her out. We should hear her out. If we just leave, then we're not leaders. But if she leaves, it's because we are the problem. And we got to stop this, this stupid ass rhetoric. Women are their own autonomy. They have to be held responsible for their own actions. We are not the one that's causing them to be the way they are. They are the way they are because women are eternally their own human beings. They know how to read. They know how to write. They know how to spend money. Women are very intellectual. Women are very smart. When women understand the difference between right and wrong. So when she does something that is wrong, she needs to take responsibility for that. Period. Everything ain't about the man. It's about the man and the woman. Because we understand that nobody's perfect. So when we talk about different things we're going through in this world as men and women together, we have to take a responsibility for our own actions. We have to be responsible for our own actions. Cannot put it on nobody else. And that's including the women.
Women, they don't listen to nobody, no one. You don't even listen to your own mama. You think your own mama crazy. Everybody crazy but you. And then
my mom did tell me that the greatest gift I could ever give a man is myself.
So then that clears that up because
and I knew I should have said no the moment he said, "Can you pick me up from the airport?"
Well,
I should have said, "You should hop on the next flight back to New York, bro." My love language is acts of service,
right?
And he wouldn't get me nothing to eat, so it was kind of a combination. But like, he would not get up. He's like, "What? You want me to?" And I'm like, "I can't deal with a man like that."
But
that man flew out to get buns, man. I've already seen this play out too many times, man.
You need money to get her. She ain't the one. It ain't about what you bought her. It's about what you taught her. You repel from great advice and you keep running into the same type of guy in a different body and then cry boo-hoo, all men ain't SHIT, but it's really you. Your picker ain't SHIT. Don't feel sorry for none of y'all. You are a victim of your own crimes.
Learn how to this brother cooking.
Some of these men are lazy. They don't want to do. They don't do the work.
It's not even that. I'm not even going to sit here in front on y'all.
Okay.
Let me say this.
What's up, IB Wody?
This dynamic is women's fault. Because we gave them the blueprint to do this dumb stuff.
Needs to be soothed.
I also feel like I have dating fatigues. Well, I have dating fatigue because I have ignored red flags that cost me later on.
Well, why did you ignore those red flags?
I think I was more so in love with the man I thought he could be.
Potential.
That's what most do.
So what made you focus on his potential more than his reality?
I guess it could kind of get toxic in a way where,
tell the truth.
You know, when things go sour and then the next thing you know, they're sorry and they make these grand gestures
but what I hear that, but what I'm asking is if you already saw, because you said you ignore those red flags.
Right.
So you're looking at what he actually is and saying, but this is what he could be. But you see exactly what he is.
Yeah.
He could be a goddamn dragon if he got a good makeup artist.
But you got to understand, a lot of people do that.
I
they
want to
live
know
in
from
the
her
future.
why you decided to do that. Because
I guess I was extending grace and I was being compassionate and I wanted to see if this person was really going to live up to the things that they said they were going to do.
I will say this, when it comes down to dating for a lot of women, especially when they're young, maybe in their teens, adolescent years, it's always going to be a potential part of it because some of the attraction traits that you might be attracted to someone is probably going to be frivolous. But at the same time, if you know you were a good guy, ultimately the progression will happen. If he treats you right, if he's in school, if he cares about whatever he does, academics, athletics, he should turn out to be a good guy if everything falls to plan.
We always think our happiness is in the future. We always think it's out in front of us. That's why, because we always think we're supposed to get something together for later. Everything that we do is for later. Savings for later, investment for later. Everything is for later. And we are never in the now. We never assess what needs to be good about right now. And so if we do that, then we're like, right now you're not for me, you're not for me later. Like, you can't be better for me later.
Right.
Ooh, but that was a bar. You landed that good. I don't think most people is going to understand that. Let me try to say it. Like, that was really a bar. We almost glazed over that. Damn, Jen, give me some.
Okay.
Let me reiterate that. Seriously, pay attention. Take notes. Seriously. Leah Nika said she was overlooking the right now, even though she see the red flags now and everything that's chaotic now, overlooking that now because the potential of what he might be in the future. And after we get over what's going over right now, and later, then we'll be happy. She was looking at the later. What Jen just said is if they ain't good for you now, they ain't gonna be good for you later.
Women, we meet you and we're like, our idea and our fairy tale is you are Prince Charming, honey. And then we try to get you to fit Prince Charming. And the more you don't fit it, the more y'all end up in my office.
So this is the reality. That women don't date men for who they are now. They date the men who they think these men can become in the future. But what these women don't understand is they also could become bad in the future, right? Because who they are now may be different in the future. So therefore, that is a foolish ideology, right?
How you waiting on the later?
Facts.
Don't ever wait on the later. If they're not good for you now, they won't be good for you later.
It's a false sense of reality. It's like
false sense of hope.
Yeah.
And I think in those moments that I was, you know, giving them chances and whatnot, I think it was more so I was operating in a space of like, I'm projecting. I don't want somebody to give up on me. So I wasn't giving up on them.
I was hoping you said that. She just proved my point. When you date, you dating the worst parts of yourself. You dating from the parts you're not healed from.
Right.
So she said she let the infantile inertia continue because I don't want anybody to give up on me because I struggle with that. So you are dating the worst parts of yourself.
Yep.
But
once you begin to heal and address the things that's wrong with you, you will start to be a better picker. But you choose it wrong because you're dating from the point of your trauma. You're not dating from the point of your healing.
Hence, not
but let me say
guarding your
this
heart
though,
at all. You're
even
not
the
guarding
wrong
your heart
moves
at all. Yeah.
are the right moves in retrospect, because even though I dated wrong, navigated in those spaces, I was in toxic situations, you kind of you don't kind of, you heal from that in a way. So it's like, yes, you get tired, but it's like once you keep going through these things, at some point you get tired.
But she's tired of not accepting responsibility. See, it takes two people to be toxic, right? Do I believe men are toxic at times? Yes. Are women toxic at times? Yes, we both get toxic. So we can't sit here and just put it all on one party when it comes to things that are toxic. We both do things we regret. We both do things that sometimes is kind of bad for the situation. But what makes a great relationship or a great marriage is we learn to work through them. We learn to conflict resolution together. This is how relationships are forged through time. This is how they make it. You don't go into a relationship and expect the best. You got to go in and expect, that, okay, the things that are happening bad, how can we solve this together? How can we solve our problems? How can we raise our family? How can we be here for each other? All these things will get us to the finish line. But the problem is, because we're pointing fingers at one another, we then, a lot of us quit, right? They file for divorce or they walk away.
You say this all the time.
Yeah, but the dating wrong, there is, I don't want to paint a narrative that there's a good side to continuously date wrong.
True.
I never want to paint that narrative because you're learning something every time you go through things, but you better believe that pain ain't the only way to learn. You better tell God, like, I don't want to learn through pain anymore. People think pain and mistakes is the only way to learn. As soon as they make a mistake, instead of really just owning up to it and saying, I have to do better, they minimize it by saying, well, you learn from your mistakes. No, stop doing it.
Right.
Stop doing it.
And that is a delusional outlook, right? Mistakes are a part of life. People will continue to make mistakes. People will continue to mess up. What makes a great relationship? If you learn to forgive your partner and move on. And that's the key. Can you forgive the one you love? can you give them chance after chance? Because remember, the person you're picking to say a major commitment or a lifelong commitment, this person is special, or at least supposed to be special. So therefore, you should be able to forgive them. But if you can't forgive them, it's because that you really don't regard them as very special. Now let's talk about the word special, right? I do equate special and value in the same sentence, right? Or the same equivalency, right? So how do you value the one you love? What's up, man? All right, Pirius. How do we value, the person we love? That's what it comes down to. Do you value your husband like you value your job, or more than your job? Because we understand when you go to work, there's going to be a lot of things at work you don't like. There's a lot of things about your boss you don't like. There's a lot of things about coworkers you don't like, but you endure because your job is very valuable to you. That check you're getting, right, which pays for your lifestyle and for you to get to your objective, is very valuable to you. Why can't you invest in your husband or your wife like that? Well, I would say your husband like that. Because the thing about it is, there's always going to be something, no matter who you meet, who you marry, there's always going to be something that you don't like about them. There's always going to be a bit of toxicity, some more than others. That's to be expected. And you have to be delusional to think that you're going to walk in a relationship and you don't have to conflict resolute. Great relationships learn how to deal with their problems, not point the finger. Blaming your man and then leaving him does not solve the problem that you was a part of. And when you leave the relationship, you're denying that you were part of the problem. And this is the problem with women, right? They're in denial. They blame everything on their spouse or their partner, but don't want to accept responsibility for their part in the problems which consume their relationship. It takes two to argue. Now, there are some things that men we do. Yeah, we might go out and get an extra piece of pussy. I agree with you. We ain't perfect. I'm not saying that we totally angels here, right? I'm not going to take away our part in this. But our women, they are doing things too. So it takes two to make this shit work.
I agree with you, but
it's not
science,
the only way to learn.
I
and
agree
if you
with
keep bouncing from man to man, letting them hurt you, and they leaving residual damage, by the time you find the right man, you gonna be the wrong woman.
Facts. For men, it's 100% different. I
believe that he's delusional, right? If she's going man to man, how come she can't be the problem? Right? Just because a person leaves don't mean they weren't the problem. And this is why I have a problem with men in these spaces. We always want to put everything on the men, as if the women are not savage or they don't have their own imperfections. Everything is not the fucking man's fault. Just because she leaves first don't mean she was innocent. Just because she's the one doing the most talking about the business of the relationship doesn't mean she didn't have a part in the toxicity. But I'm gonna be honest, let's be honest. Why do women walk away? Let's talk about it. Why do women walk away the most? You know why, gentlemen? And ladies, if there's any in the chat gang. Because They have nothing to lose, right? They don't invest money in men. Women don't invest a lot of money in men. They don't have a lot to lose. They don't have a lot to lose. When they walk away, everything they came with, they leave with. So it's easier for them to walk away. This is why women walk away from these relationships so easy, because what do I have to lose? Why do I need a man when I met him, he bought everything, he paid for all the dinners, he paid for all the things, right? Shit. I don't want him no more. Shit, I ain't losing my money. I got all my money out. I saved up even more money. He helped me save more money. And now, boom, I'm out. This is why it's easy for women. Part of why it's easy for women to leave these relationships or these marriages, because they benefit. As long as they benefit, they will keep leaving. And us men, we keep blaming each other. We keep finger pointing at each other. We keep arguing with each other about how these relationships are bad. We as men, we keep fighting each other on this. Our brothers hang us out to dry. Right? Oh, she left because you wasn't treating her right. Even though they was not there to see what happened. They don't know what really happened. This believe all women is a dangerous rhetoric. Men are blaming men because it's easier to do, right? You can blame a man and still get some coochie. Simple. Keep it real. We hang each other out to dry for coochie. We turn our back on each other for coochie. We delete each other for coochie. Men are we're our worst own enemy. We are our worst own enemy when it comes to, advice or things that go on. We always have to shame each other. Then you got Brownville, Sharon Bracey. You got all these guys up here who just want to put a foot on man's neck as if the woman does not have full autonomy. But we have to give out equal accountability. Tell me what woman does not deserve accountability for her actions. This is malpractice amongst men. We always see the women blaming us, and then the men are pouring into it. But we see these women are leaving because they're just not happy anymore. And it's nothing to do with the man. It has everything to do with them. A woman is loyal to her emotions and her feelings. And once those things change, she changes. This has nothing to do with the man. It has everything to do with her. Because we know that women are attracted to men who have a lot of options. Matter of fact, women are very attracted to married men. They pick the athletes who got a gang of women. So we understand that women, they want the bad guy because it feels good. It feels better. And then when that feeling ends, they get rid of him too. And off to the next. And off to the next. Women don't value men like they once did. Because women don't need men to get money in a relationship form, in a marriage form. This is why they're quick to leave. This is why they're file no problem, because it's easy. They get to the bag without a man telling them what to do. Women don't want men to tell them what to do. They're not looking for leadership from men. A woman is not looking for a man to walk into their life and say, let me lead you in the right way. And then she's going to look at you and say, I got a career. I got my own money. Or I got a roster. These women do not want to be under a man's thumb. They do not want a man to tell them what to do. What they want from men? Good dick, money, and they're happy. That's really it. And they don't want you to fuck no other women. If you can have sex with them, give them money, and don't have sex with other women, and don't argue with them, she's going to stay with you. That'll get you a good 5 years. That's it. She's still going to get rid of you, but they're going to give you about 5-year window. Maybe 6. If your bed game, your bedroom game like that. That's all women want from men. Listen to them, fuck them good, make sure they have everything they want, period. They don't want a man who wants a woman to cater to him. Women don't want that. They don't want a man who wants a woman to cater to him. Because if a woman is demanding these women to cater to them, right, they're getting rid of you. They're not dealing with you because they got too many men that cater to them. Women think they're the prize. And they've been taught and indoctrinated to be the prize. And men treat them like they're the prize by acquiescing to their happiness. If a woman thinks she's the prize, that means she thinks she's better than the guy she's with. And if a woman thinks she's better than you and she's with you, that means you're on a short leash. You are on a short leash. If you do not meet some of these expectations, she would get you up out of here. Because what's the sentiment? What you want, another nigga will. And this is what women leverage against men. What you want, another nigga will. Like Snowfall said, I built this motherfucker brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let a motherfucker tear it up. Because you don't like the way another nigga look. And this is the way the women are saying. They built their roster man by man. And they be damned to let you tear it up because you don't like the way another nigga looked at them. And this is our society that we're in. This is the way women are being indoctrinated. You don't need a man, girl. If he don't get you, if he don't treat you like a queen, if he don't make you the prize, girl, get on. This is what their friends are telling them. Girl, how he treat you? Oh yeah, he didn't pay for dinners last night. Shit, my man paid all my dinners. My man never asked me to pay for that. And when I tried, he took the money back. And then her mama tell her, girl, how he treat you? Oh yeah, mama, he told me to go half on the rent. Half on the rent? Girl, you know your daddy never made me pay rent. What the fuck kind of man you dealing with? And this is how women are being ideologized. This is the ideology that's been taught to them by other women. And then you got other men coming on and saying, you need to be treated like a queen. And what is the role of a queen? That means she's one step under the king. That means she doesn't have to work. Everything's supposed to be given to her This is the role of a queen. So when you call a woman a queen, you're basically putting her on a pedestal. And that's where she thinks she's better than the average man. So therefore, if you think you're going to get a woman this day and age that's going to like you for your personality and who the fuck you are, you got another thing coming. Because if they think they're the prize, that means when you're talking to them or they talking to you, you should feel good that they're letting you in their presence. And how these women are operating out here. And then we got the men coming behind them, blaming everything on the men. Yeah, boo. He should have hurt. He should have did that to you, boo. I would never do that to you, boo. And then she'll go give another and the same thing, right? We as men are part of the problem too. Granted, women, they're the problem, and men are part of that because we cater to their ego. We make them feel like the prize. Why? Because we be acquiescing so much to them. We always try to make them happy. Off the gate, we pay for dinners. Ain't no man going on a date with a woman talking about, look, you need to pay for the dinners, and I'm gonna wait and see how good you are. Ain't nobody saying that. Niggas is putting up the money all the top.
Believe that we probably need to get burned because men are hard headed, but women. But if they can be with their family as long as possible.
So you can't have a conversation with no one. If it's just you, can't call it a conversation, but you can hear yourself as clear as you can hear you having a conversation with someone else. That's your higher power. And it can't be convoluted, tainted, or tarnished by outside influence when you're ready to elevate. You must isolate. You got to isolate, ruminate, germinate, then elevate.
I think I just...
This brother, hey, he cooking, but that shit was funny as hell, Loki. You got to isolate, you got to germinate, you got to
and stuff, and guys would walk up to me, oh, I'm gonna send you a car tomorrow, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna take you here, and I'll be like, no, I'm not comfortable, not going. Like, you can't flash me. Or hey, I had a guy sit on my couch and tell me he was the prize on my $1,600 couch. I told him to get out.
I would have been like, okay, bad.
I said, get out. I kicked him out.
He said on her $1,600 couch, it said he's the prize. She said, nigga, please.
He sat there all this. He came to visit me. He was like, all this stuff. I'm in love with you. And I can't believe you cut me off and give me another chance. And I was like, I'm not really feeling it. But like, okay. And I knew I should have said no. The moment he said, can you pick me up from the airport?
Well,
I should have said, you should have hopped on the next flight back to New York, bro.
A lot of y'all already know the situation y'all in. It sound like you just a buzz down. That's what it sound like. Man, that man was coming there just to bust you down because you probably maybe got some insecurities or whatnot. I could see it in her face, low key. But I could tell she probably getting good advice from the guy next to her or whatnot, and he's telling her like, hey, you don't need to be around these type of guys. But buddy, you flying buddy out from New York there on your, and bro, he's probably using you as just box, and you already know the situation you in. Don't act oblivious to it.
I should have, but I did it the next day. I was like, get out of my house.
Can I say something and tell me what y'all think about this? Because this is something I've been letting it simmer, and it feels like it feels right. This is something that I heard. It feels like it feels right. I want to talk to y'all about it. I'm going to try to frame it in a way. It's centered around this whole women are the prize, men are the prize thing. Men are the prize, but women are the gift.
Okay.
Now, a gift can only be earned. You can't win a gift.
My mom did tell me that the greatest gift I could ever give a man is myself.
So then that clears that up, because a prize
is something you win.
It's something you win.
Okay.
But you got to earn and work hard for.
You earn and work hard for a gift. You earn a gift. You only get gifts if you deserve it. for the most part. No one is giving you a gift if you don't deserve a gift.
Yeah.
So if a woman is
In layman terms,
But what is a gift? Right? If a woman is a gift, then that gift is supposed to make you happy. It's supposed to be pleasant. But if she's not being pleasant, then she's a bad gift. Yeah. Most of these women are bad gifts. Let's talk about the prize, right? Who's the prize? I think that's an overstatement. I definitely know women aren't the prize. That I 100% stand on. Women are not the prize, right? Are men the prize? Well, let's evaluate what the prize is. The prize is something you're getting that is given to you without having to be earned. TMKC, fuck you. So, the woman who gets the man, right, with all the things that she wants, right, the man is her prize. Because now she gets a guy who's going to provide for her, protect her, right? He's going to be emotionally intelligent. He's going to be all the things that her expectations desire. So she needs someone to be able to come to that part, right? So therefore, the man will be the prize, right? And the woman will be the beneficiary of a man's greatness. I know, huh? I know, TMKC. The reason why, and you listen, the reason why I say the man of the prize is because they give the woman a lot of things before they even marry her, right? Even before a man marry a woman, the average man is investing in a woman between $25 to $250,000, if sometimes even more, right? It's even more. It's higher than that if he's like, depends on his income. If he's a rich man, so Cassie, she probably got like 3, 4, 5 million from Diddy in 11 years. So yeah, and women are the beneficiaries of the prize, right? They benefit from the prize. What's up, TMKC? Right? We men give women, or we give women a lot of things that make them happy. But the problem is we can't keep women happy. And that's the problem, right? The problem is we can make a woman happy, but we can't keep them happy. So, yeah, men are the prize because they are the ones who foot in all the bills, right? They're the ones who have to pretty much, pay for you, whether you want to speak or not, with our time, our money, our resources, stuff like that, right? Women, they are the beneficiaries of a man's greatness. Women benefit from men. So when a woman dates a man, she dates a man and she benefits from everything he has to offer, whatever it is that she desires to get from him, whether it be sex, right, or whether it be his good looks, whether it be his monetary value, or whether it be his personality, right? But whatever it is, she's benefiting from him, and what separates the gap is the money, right? Women typically are not paying for men to be with them. They are requiring men to take them on dates and do different things, and these things aren't free. So the prize debate is, I don't know, it's not really a debate, right? It's just simple. Women are beneficiaries, men are the prize. What's up, big dog barking? Whoop whoop. What's up, chat gang? Gang gang. Yeah, we're just having a discussion. Why do men get the blame for everything? Listen, I have no problem with standing on when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I tell my women or my women who I deal with in a second, you know what? I was fucking wrong. I fucked up. But my woman has to have the same mindset. When she's wrong, she's fucking wrong. And can't blame me for her mistakes. We all have to learn to accept the responsibility of our actions. And that's just a fact of life.
A man has to work hard before he can get the gift of a woman. A man has to build himself up, become something before he can acquire women. But a lot of women are giving themselves to guys who have not earned or built anything.
You only give yourself to him if he earns you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So should I treat it the way like I trained my dog? When you do
Only give
something
him a
nice,
treat
you
when
give
they
him a
do
treat.
something nice.
Oh, they gotta go
Guys
there.
are
Yeah.
like dogs. It's not a bad
Your relationships will last longer. The problem, we don't mind even using that analogy. If he does something nice, should I treat him? Yes, because men do stuff nice for y'all all the time and they don't get nothing back.
Yeah. But
They
let me
barely get-
clarify.
go ahead.
I didn't want to, it wasn't that he said he was the prize. It wasn't that bothered me. Like I don't think that men should think low of themselves or not have any esteem about like who they are and what they bring as a man. I don't know if that was his intention. What ultimately made me say like you need to get up and get out is because my love language is acts of service.
Love
Right.
language.
And he wouldn't get me nothing to eat. So it was kind of a combination. But like he would not get up. He's like, "What? You want me to?" And I'm like, "I can't deal with a man like that."
But
That man flew out to get buns, man. I've already seen this play out too many times. That man came out there to have sex with you in your spot only, not getting you no food. I'm just coming to bust it down. That's it. Now you finally got tired of it. It's no telling how many times that has happened already. Because it's already happened multiple times before. You just got tired of it. That is funny.
I just
remember when he first touched down, I was like, "He wants you to do." I was like,
I
"Oh
should have
no!"
sent him with. I should
I
have
was
told
like, "He
him to
wants you
get.
to do what?"
I should have put him right back on the.
I was like, "Nah,
busting you down.
right then and there."
Right there.
Because I've been on both sides of the coin. What they call a boy before I became refined and a more sophisticated urbane gentleman.
Mhm.
I ran the street, so I speak both languages fluently. So it's certain things that my little sis or my cousins or clients would tell me that a man is doing, and I'll be like, "Oh nah,"
Yeah.
because I know what it looks like early on.
We know,
and I'm blessed with the gift of discernment. Like,
because she called.
Most guys know if a guy's on bullshit or if he's a legit guy. That's why we try and tell a lot of females.
And this is the greatest delusion of men, right? A lot of men who desire a woman that they want, and if she's with a guy that he thinks he's better than, he has a lot to say. Right? Oh, he's not on his business. He's not this. He's not that. Because he wants her for himself. And this is why a lot of men have a tendency to backstab each other, right? Dirty back each other. This is what work husbands does, right? This is what a lot of dudes do. Oh, girl, he ain't better. He ain't stand on business, da-da-da. Because they want that woman for themselves. And they'll do anything to tarnish the man she's with to get her. And he doesn't understand what he's truly getting. So we as men, we have a problem with sometimes letting our desires of women get in the way of our judgment. We look at beautiful women, we think they're beautiful, and then that clouds our judgment. That clouds our vision of who she truly is. And this is why us men are divided on how we should treat our women. We got one set of men who says, 50-50. We got another set of men who say we should be, the total earners. I think that's Yada. Yada says no woman should pay for anything. Right? Then we got another subset of men who saying that believe all women. Right? That as long as she has a good man, she's going to be a good woman. So we are divided as men on how we view women and how we should treat women. And we think one size fits all. There is no one size fits all. So this is why we're just struggling as men to try to have conversations about how are we going to deal with our women.
To take advice from good guys around you or in your circle, usually they're gonna give you the real if they don't have no hidden motives trying to sleep with you. But the guys who really just trying to be genuine, they're gonna tell you the truth. They're gonna give you the real, and that's 100%. But guess what? A lot of females don't want to hear it. They would rather live in their reality, whether it be misery or joy. If they getting something from a guy, they would rather stay there than to listening to your good advice. I've tried to give advice to multiple females. They don't want to hear it.
Well, I was gonna say, remember you said that some guy was like going up to you saying like, "Oh, I'll send you a car, I'll send you this." One thing that I did learn though, based on your advice, when men lead with gifts and stuff, because one time I was telling Six, I was like, "Yeah, I went on a date yesterday," and he was like, "How'd it go?" I was like, "Well, he took me out to dinner." And then, well, no, he took me out to like a early dinner, late lunch, and then afterwards, he took me to the store and he bought me a bag. And Six
On your first date?
Yeah.
That's a very big
crazy.
And
I
was
wouldn't
like,
say it's a red flag, but it's a red
that
flag
is, to
for
me,
a
that's
future.
to me, that's a red.
That's a red flag, bro. I'm buying you a bag on the first date. See, shawty next to you already know she done been in situations where dudes can get her easy with the glitz and glam.
Flag.
Depending on who you ask, that's a good. Yeah.
Yeah, Six was like, "Yeah, nah, he's not the one." I was
Right.
like, "Wait, what do you mean? Oh my God, he's such a nice guy."
Nah,
Don't buy
that's a
me
wolf in
anything.
sheep's clothing. First of all, no,
Cheese
the
on the
man
chain.
shouldn't lead with his money. If you lead with your money, you setting yourself up to be used, because then she'll fall in love with your hand and not your heart.
Facts.
You don't always have to spend $300-400 on a date, my man. You can go ride bikes on the beach. It's a bunch of stuff. A vibe don't cost that much. Learn how to be the vibe. You don't always need $300, $400, $500 to impress her to catch a vibe.
Good.
Learn how to be the vibe.
That's real.
If she don't rock with you for who you are through your personality and your character, she ain't the one for you.
I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be a little bit of everything. Don't get me wrong, because guess what? She's still gonna appreciate you being a man who can possibly get shit done, provide if you have that quality in you. But ultimately, off the rip, you don't want to be a piggy bank. You don't want to go in there. I could do this. I could pay for this. I could pay for that. That's always gonna be there. I'm gonna be honest. That's just women. You gonna have to pay for things. Money is part of the situation with them. But you don't want to be a piggy bank off the rip.
If you need money to get her, she ain't the one. But this is why I teach young men to really educate themselves. Put self-development first. Start working out. Travel the world. Get a diverse group of friends. Become interesting. Become an interesting.
And this brother's preaching a false equivalency. Because no matter what you become to what kind of man you become, no matter what kind of journey you take, that's never good enough for these women. Only man that's good enough for these women is a man that pretty much kissed their ass. That's it. No matter how much money you got, no how much clout you got as a man, no matter how nice you dress, how much talent you obtain, nothing. These women are leaving you no matter fucking what. Look at Kevin Gates. Look at Kevin Gates. He's rotating. He can't keep a woman. Brittany Renner. I mean, Kevin Gates is very rich now, probably worth between 5 to 10 million, maybe a little bit more. Successful rap career, good talker, I guess speaker, whatever. And he can't seem to find a woman that's, can match his energy. He got to rotate, deal with them, then get rid of them. Because women, they don't want to listen to men. They don't. Women are not looking for leaders. They're not. They're looking to take until they can't take no more. And that's the fact of the matter. These women are in a man's life. If a woman likes you, she does not like you only for your character. Women will always look for a man that's going to help them reach their illusion. And let's keep it real. We all use each other. This is a user society. Men use women. Women use men. Keep it real. This is not, nobody's in this motherfucker without no conditions. We're with that woman on the condition of how she looks or how she carries herself. That's a condition. And they're with us for the condition of how we look, how we provide, and other things, right? Now, their list is longer than our list, right? What we require for women is not a long list. It's a pretty easy list, too. Men, we pretty much, we want our women to be smart. We want them to be exhibit some sort of strength. We want them to be, compatible. We want us to have great conversations. We want all those things, right? Great body. We want a woman to be assertive in a way where it's conducive to having, a plan to build us together. We want a woman to appreciate us. That's it. And respect us. Women wish a lot longer. Their list a lot longer for us. And that's where the disparity is. What they want is a lot more than what we want. And what we want for women is free. Right? We don't really require a woman to spend money on it. And if she does, that's cool. That's cool. That's nice. That's a show of appreciation. But we don't require it. That is not an expectation. 98% of men do not expect their women to pay for dinner dates for every time they go out. 98% of men do not expect their women to be breadwinners. That's not an expectation. Is it nice to have? Yes. But that's not an expectation. For women, their expectations are a lot longer. The list goes on and on. They want us to be the breadwinners because they're looking for a provider. They look at us to be emotional intelligent, provide emotional support. They're looking for us to be, very catersome, meaning to cater to them. They're looking for men who are, serviceable, women in a lot of ways. These are what women want. And then that still ain't good enough. I'm trying to tell you, this divorce rate and these numbers don't lie. 1 million divorces a year, gentlemen. 1 million divorces a year. That's a telltale. That's telling a story. And we know who's leading the charge. So 1 million divorces a year, women file for 875,000 of them. Let me reiterate that again. There's 1 million divorces a year, and the women are filing for 875,000 of them, which tells, the numbers tell us that the women are not happy with the men and that they do not value marriage. They do not value relationships. They value their happiness and self-love. This is what the women value. And also, one part, money, right? Right? Women.
What's something that give you butterflies?
Money. Money gives me butterflies.
Right? Women value themselves.
Women, we meet you and we're like, our idea and our fairy tale is you are Prince Charming, honey. And then we try to get you to fit Prince Charming. And the more you don't fit it, the more y'all end up in my office.
Her mother doesn't like that kind of dress. Everything she never had, she's showing.
These women are out here doing what they do.
Who are more loyal, men or women?
I think men if they're in love.
You got me confused with your other bitch.
What other bitch? I'm with you every single day.
And these are just some of many problems that men are facing, right? Our women are very insecure about themselves and about us. Dude, it is very difficult to please a woman and make a woman happy who doesn't believe in herself or the man she's with. And especially if she's on social media. Because social media got your bitch. Social media got your bitch. And this is a true fact. And we got to fight men. We have to fight for our women. We have to fight social media. We got to fight her friends. We got to fight her family. We got to fight the demons in her mind. We got to fight her greed. We got to fight her ego. We got to fight her emotions. Those are tall orders, gentlemen. Do not marry these women. Do not put a ring on it. Enjoy it while it lasts. If the woman feeling you feeling her, hey, get to it. Enjoy it while it lasts. But do not take these women to be nothing more than a great time. I'm sorry. I got to say it, gentlemen. I got to say, I know y'all mad at me. Y'all like, what the roof is talking about? I'm keeping it real. Women are not marriageable anymore. They've been corrupted. They're dog walking men in these spaces. They're dog walking men in the family court system. Why would you marry one of these heifers? And I'm going to say it again, do not marry these women. Or if you feel you want to get in a relationship with them, do not overly commit to them. You need to make these women understand that they're expendable. All these bitches are expendable. Every last one of them. These women are not life on earth. Listen, gentlemen, if you're not getting a return on your investment, these women are nothing but worth. And I'll be honest with you. It'd be better to just buy the pussy. Just buy it. Quit doing all this get to know, this courting, this dating shit. Because it ain't working. This shit ain't working. Kasim, what's up, man? Oh, here we go. What do you say? Women submit to a man's abilities. If you are a capable man, she has something to submit to. Men don't demonstrate enough of the masculine abilities where she chooses to stay. I've seen it. Kasim, you're delusional. Uh-oh. Here comes Sugar Bomb. Talk your shit, Sugar Bomb. You know what this is. Kasim, a woman does not submit to a man's abilities. She submits to her emotions and what she feels is good for her. And the moment that changes, right, the relationship or marriage is compromised. Women are screaming the rhetoric, I don't need a man. I want a man, but I don't need him. Meaning, when she gets with the man, her mind is already, well, if he doesn't, do what I tell him to do or what I think is right, she's going to get rid of him. Women are not here to serve men anymore. Women are here to be served. That's their sentiment. And the women are saying, if that nigga don't serve them, Kasim, she's out. A woman is submitting to her emotions and what she feels is right for her. This is why it's so easy for them to break the family up. She doesn't care about what the kids feel. She doesn't care about her husband feels. It's what she feels. And if she feels that she can get better on the other side, she's out of there. Women are their own autonomy. And men like you, Kasim, you empower them. You enable them. You're an enabler, Kasim. Men like you are part of the problem. You walk on here telling us, well, she's submitting to a man's abilities. But we've seen time and time again, right? These women are saying, who can check me, boo? Women do not want men to tell them what to do. Women are not looking for leaders. They're looking for men to cater to their needs or what they think they need. But we know most likely is what they want. And these women are corrupted because they have chosen greed and selfishness over love and selflessness. No, you don't, Kasim. No, you don't. You're divorced, Kasim. You're a divorced man, so if you already got an L under your jacket, so your results, we already seen you get bad results before, and now you're trying it again. Look at you. Look at you. Listen, gentlemen, do not let this nigga, Kasim, try to trick you. He talking about he gets positive responses and interaction with them. Yeah, nigga, because you was a simp into their ways. You're gonna always put the blame on the man, Kasim. Well, you know, if that guy isn't this, if that guy isn't that, you shouldn't be with him, girl. You are a part of the fucking problem, nigga. And because of men like you, Kasim, women are building their foundation on your back. Women are building the foundation of their ideology of feminism on the back of you, Kasim. Because they know as soon as they fuck up, they got you gonna come in with the cape, maybe 2 capes. You'll go in that telephone booth, take off your Prada, take off your Gucci, put on these your Superman cape, which is 2 or 3, fly in and tell him it wasn't your fault, baby, it was his fault. Even though she didn't tell you when she went to Vegas, she got a train ran on her. She didn't tell you that, Kasim. Right? Because Kasim believes in femininity. And with a woman's femininity, she dog walking niggas left and right. And these are the niggas out here that are giving these women empowerment. They constantly empower these women. And you got Sugar Bum up here. You know, we know Sugar Bum is a bad product of the community of women. She's a bad apple of many apples. I love Sugar Bum. Me and Sugar Bum have been dealing back and forth for 2 years, but she's wrong. Sugar Bum requirements for a man, one of her requirements is that nigga gonna have to pay. She got a nigga taking her to Miami, right? She was bragging about, oh, I got a nigga pay Miami, ruthless. To her, that's why she thinks she's the prize. Right? Right? So all I'm saying to this gentleman, watch these women. These women ain't no good. These women ain't no good out here. These women are savage. Do not marry these women. Do not put a ring on it. Don't be stupid. Because if you are going to give up your leverage as a man to this woman because you think she's, a good woman or she's better than others, you got to be a damn fool. There are 1 million divorces a year, and women file 875,000 of them. They are leading the charge. Feminism is a disease that's bringing niggas to their knees. And then you'll get a nigga like Kasim come up here, man, ruthless. I get results. You're divorced, Kasim. Instagram got your bitch. TikTok got your bitch. Stop playing. Stop playing. Oh, I get results, ruthless, but you divorced. Because you know why, Kasim? See, she was trying to dog walk you, Kasim. She was dog walking you. And then you sit up here talking about, why are you talking to me like that, baby? What? Why you call me a bitch? Why you only want me to pay for everything? Why can't you do something? Why you won't take your family and break it up? Why are you this? We always want to ask these dumbass questions as men once these bitches is finna leave. Why we've been together 25 years. Why? Dumbass nigga, she leave you because she can and because she want to. Women, they are loyal to their emotions. They are loyal to their feelings. And on top of that, the average relationship and marriage, they have nothing there. They walking away, right? They don't lose anything. They don't lose no money, right? They walk away with everything they came with. They walk away with what they leave with. So when she leaves a man, when average woman leaves a man, she has everything to gain and nothing to lose. But guess what? If she's leaving you, that means her emotions have ejected you. That means her feelings are no longer into you. So guess what's left? She ain't paying for nothing. Shit. Matter of fact, she saved more money being with us. All the little checks she was getting on the side, she was putting that money in her bank account. So when she comes to the decision, after all them outside influences tell her, girl, you the prize. Girl, you know you can do better than him. And her work husband, girl, I would never do you like that. That nigga ain't stand on business. And her family tell her, baby, self-love. The therapist tell her, love yourself. Right? And then she comes back and she look at her finances. She look at her bank account. When she met you, she only had 8,000. Now she got 50,000. Adios, nigga. And then she got another nigga on the side who's been waiting on her for the last 3 years y'all been in a relationship. Her work husband. And so now he's gonna pick up the bills right away. Soon as she leaves you, she got that nigga that's gonna pick up where you left off. Okay. And she ain't giving him no coochie though. She ain't going out with him, but they just talk on the phone at night, right? They just have a good conversation at night. And then every now and then they meet at Starbucks and have a cool cup. She cries, oh, I don't know why. I hate everybody. And then baby, you know it ain't you, it's him, right? But he ain't getting no coochie. He can't even smell her coochie, right? This nigga that's on the friend zone, that's a nigga paying her bills to supplement you, because before she leaves you, she tells him, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I can't pay my bill. And he said, no, I got you, baby. I got you. I got you, baby. Right? And then she's out. She's okay, I got that in place. This nigga gonna supplement these bills. Right? And I'm going to be able to go out and spread myself around. Because let's be real, most of these women are 304s out here. And they love it. They love being 304s. What's up, big dog Barker? What you got to say?
Man, what the hell be wrong with you, Rufus?
Man, I don't know. I'm feeling myself today.
I see. Man.
I'm just telling the truth, though. I'm keeping it 100. I'm not, listen, for my evaluation, right? By the numbers, by anecdotal experiences, by people that I talk to every day, by women being in these YouTube spaces, women are independent and they will drop a nigga like a bad habit.
I agree with that. Women do drop niggas like a bad habit when they're independent.
There are 1 million divorces a year, and women file for 875 of them.
But Ruthless, my thing with that is too, though, is like, if you really about your business, you wouldn't drop your ass.
No, let's see, and this is where we making a mistake at, big dog barking.
Why?
Because okay, so let's do a timeline. Can we do a timeline?
Go ahead.
So they meet, they start dating, right?
Right.
So we'll say average before they get married, average man actually married, we'll say 3 years, right? They date boyfriend, girlfriend for 3 years. That's pretty much the medium.
Gotcha.
He's already invested with his time and money. He's already in probably 70 to 80 bands. If he's a high earner, it quadruples that, right?
Okay, we're gonna say between 70 and 160. I got you.
Okay, and then if he's a high earner, it goes more than that. If he's like a millionaire, it's even more than that, right?
Okay.
So then comes the ring and the marriage, right? That's another. We'll just say once again, defense salary, 10,000. Most guys doing payments. You know what I'm saying? We said 2,500 to 10,000, and then the wedding is, if he has a wedding, it's between for 5,000 to 15, depending. Like I said, right? It could be more, could be less.
Gotcha.
So before he walks down before he crosses the threshold, he's already in the bag for almost $250,000.
I agree with that.
Okay,
I can agree.
Now she steps the ring and they get married. Boom, that doesn't stop, right? Most likely she's going to move in with him, so he's taking care of the mortgage. He's taking on the daily expenses to run the operation in the house.
All right.
Now she has a job. Let's just say she has a job. Her money's pretty much going in a separate account. This is 2025, right? Ain't no one pot rule no more.
My wife want to go to a separate account.
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm saying this is no one pot rule days over. We'll say 99.9%. 99.9% of our relationships is your money's my money, my money's your money, right?
My money, her money, her money.
Right. I'm just saying that's the sentiment of 2025.
Gotcha. Okay.
So therefore, what happens if her feelings change for you, right? And she starts to get corrupted, right, by maybe outside influences, whether it be social media, her friend network, or her family, or her work husband, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
She gonna stay. The one thing that's going to make her easy for her to leave, she's going to look at the finances and say, look, I have invested like maybe $2,000 in, let's say 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. I put about 2,500 in this nigga.
Yeah.
You know, she paid for a couple of dinners, couple of anniversaries, got you some nice gifts, you know.
Right.
She's evaluating that. That's what women, one thing about women, they evaluate. She looking at, okay, shit. And my bank account's fatter because he's been paying for everything for all these years. I've now accumulated a substantial amount of money.
Right.
And I got a work husband who I'm not gonna get under the coochie, but he will supplement. So if I have to leave this dude that I don't want no more, I got this guy who said he's gonna help me out with my bills after I leave him.
So hold up before you go any further. So they were together 3 years, they get married, they move in together, he paying all the bills and all that type of shit. So after blue, her emotions change and she looking at her finances and saying she spent so much money on him, but he paying all the bills.
She has saved up all this money. She's accumulated a lot of money.
So why would she leave him if he paying all the bills? Why would she leave him?
Because women they invest in their emotions and their feelings a lot.
But you said is she looking at the finances?
No, what I'm saying
is he paying all the bills? Why would she leave if he paying all the bills?
Right. But hear me out. But this is part of their evaluation, right?
Okay.
Once when they love you and their emotion they feel about you, they don't care about none of that, right? They're like, cool, I'm with him, I'm down with him. So you ain't got too much worry about it going nowhere, right?
Okay.
But once, and here's the gamble, right? Which is more for the men than the women. If her emotions change and her feelings change over the years, which is possible,
right?
She now evaluates why is she staying with him. And the first thing she's gonna do is her investment, as far as financially. And she'll look, not that much money. Then she'll look, how much money has she saved up? What happens if she walks away? Can she get an apartment? Can you know what I mean? Can she leave him and still save up a lot of money? So then she sees if she got her work husband, maybe 2 or 3 work husbands who've been in her ear for like, a couple of years, trying to get her away from him. And now she's gonna look at that and she's gonna tell him, well, I don't know if I'm gonna leave him because I don't want to pay my bills. They're like, what they gonna say? They're gonna make the offer. Right? Baby, I would never do you like him and I would take care of you. Don't worry about it, just leave. So therefore,
but any small woman will hear that shit and know they full of shit.
Watch this.
They
So
just
therefore,
want some pussy.
Doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
No,
if it's all about the money, about the money, she would have been there.
Women are filing 875,000 divorces a year, so it doesn't fucking matter, big dog.
What's the number one reason for a divorce?
Finances.
I thought it was irreconcilable differences.
Same thing. They're literally the same thing.
Okay, all right. Okay,
you know what I mean?
I guess.
So, bam, she's leaving because she got this nigga over here to supplement this. She has money in her account. Because she doesn't invest in you.
Right.
She didn't invest nothing in you.
Okay.
Or in the relationship or the marriage. And now it's easy with her emotions leaving to walk away.
But why is her emotion? Why? But what made her emotions change?
Maybe because you're working too many hours and you weren't fucking her like you used to. Y'all weren't talking like you used to. A lot of change because you have to take care of her. So when you come home, you're sleeping. You got to get your rest. So you ain't really, and then the weekends come, you got the kids, so you got to give them attention. And typically a woman wants to be the center of attention. And now that she's not getting that from you no more, and on top of it, she got another nigga in her ear, telling how beautiful she is and how that she deserves everything and more. On top of that, right? Good work ethic.
A nigga, man, niggas be in female ears every day.
That's my point. And
but what you doing there to have to make her go though?
Because you didn't hear everything I just said.
You said that you ain't smashing it no more. You gotta pay
because you're working 12 hours, 10 hours, 8 hours to keep this house afloat.
Yeah.
To keep these bills paid.
Right.
Because she's not relieving you.
You still gotta show her some attention, Ruthless.
Yeah, you're gonna show her some, but not what she wants. Right? She wants to level. Listen, this is the problem. And this is the problem. Right? This is what you have to understand. Let's take Tom Brady. I'm using extreme, right? Tom Brady.
Okay. Tom Brady.
Clout, money. He had cable. He probably got everything his woman could ever dream of. He played football though.
Right.
But she told him, she made him an ultimatum. You either quit the sports now, so we can go on because I want more of you. Even though she got him, football's only 4 months.
What what's that, September, October, November? You can go to February, depending on how good your team
No,
is.
I'm just saying it's really. And then after like weekend on the during the football season, she can fly her in for some time, and they can spend time together. So she got to pretty much, let's say, 7 months out of 12, right? And they're talking on the phone, they're FaceTiming, they'll have the kids, they're coming, they're still doing things.
Okay.
Okay. So he said, "Look, no, baby, I'm going to play one more year."
And that's the problem.
Or he said to her, "I'm going to play when I feel like stop playing," right?
But that's the problem.
But then hold up. Let me finish.
I'm listening.
And she said, because she was while he was on the way of playing football, she had the pool man all in her ear. I don't know why Tom don't quit. Now he got there and said, "Y'all rich."
Right.
He needs to be here for you like I am.
Yeah.
Now, every morning they're having coffee.
Okay.
Every morning the poor man is in her face. "Oh yeah, man, you look so beautiful. Oh, thank you." Because Tom's away on football.
Did he have to play that last year?
Okay, but that's not the point.
Did he have to play the last year, Rufus? That's what happened. He played that one last year.
Big dog barking.
Did he accomplish everything he needed to accomplish? He go quarterback. Did he accomplish everything?
Big dog barking. She knew what she signed up for.
He did too. She a model.
Okay. She knew that he played
she made more money than him.
But once again, right? They already have 3 kids together. She's already accepted that he plays football.
And he accepted that she a model.
But she was a former model when she was with him because she gave up her career.
She still a model.
She gave up her career.
Okay.
And she was well taken care of. She had everything and more, right?
Right, she's straight.
So once again, right, he wasn't cheating on her.
To your knowledge, he probably wouldn't, but he played football.
No, you can't. He's a public figure. There's no way he can get away with that.
How?
Because media, the what do you call it, the paparazzi, whatever the little
paparazzi.
The paparazzi. He's walking. Yeah, they own it. They looking for anything to get the scoop. Tom was clean.
Motherfuckers cheat with or without the paparazzi.
But we don't want to get into that speculation, though.
Okay,
you're speculating. We're just talking about.
And you speculating about the pool boy.
Big dog. No, I'm not. What I'm saying is, Big dog. She left him because all that time he's playing football, all those days away, her emotions started getting confused.
Why he just didn't go home?
He didn't go home. He went home when football off season, which was 5 months.
She asked him, "Did he have to play last year? Did he have to play that last year?"
Big dog barking. They were going on vacations.
Regardless of all that,
they were having a good time.
Regardless of all that,
okay.
Did he have to play that? Did he have to play that last year?
Hold up, big. Now this is the problem. This is why I say, why do we blame men for everything?
Okay.
Nobody wants to say that she was wrong. Nobody wants to say she's wrong from tearing the house down. Okay, she might didn't agree. They might have a disagreement. She might didn't agree with Tom playing 1 more year or 2 more years, whatever the case was.
1 more.
But the question is, was that enough to tear the family up?
Apparently,
was it enough to tear the family up?
Ruthless.
Yes or no?
This is what I had to tell you.
I asked you a question.
I'm asking to answer your question.
I want a yes or no, then you add context.
Okay. Was it enough to tear the house down? Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Go ahead.
Because, bruh, for simple fact, it's like you're Tom Brady. You got at that point in time, you already won 7 Super Bowl rings. You got more money than you can count. You a well-known celebrity. Why did you have to play 1 more year?
Now, this is where you're wrong at, because you're making an assessment for another man's life. I built this shit brick by brick.
Okay, you built this shit brick by brick, but again, what was the purpose of 1 more year?
Because you don't like the way another look. See, you are the part of the problem, Big Dog Market. Because you're sitting here, yes, you are. You're telling another man what he's supposed to be doing. And that's
I'm not saying like you do what you want to do, bro. I always tell you that.
Big Dog Market.
But when you got your woman,
what you said, Boy Walker, he shouldn't have played 2 more years. She had everything.
She didn't give a damn about the one when he won that last Super Bowl ring. That was the goal to get one without Belichick. That was his goal.
Who are we to say that? That's not our business.
Well, apparently, it apparently became
The
everybody's
problem,
business because he won the last Super Bowl.
Big
He
dog
won
barking.
the ring
What
without
we're
Belichick.
missing,
He had nothing else to prove.
Big dog barking. What we're missing here is a man is the leader, and if the leader says, "I'm going to go one more year," bitch, settle down and follow my lead.
Okay.
I'm not cheating on. Hold up. I'm not cheating on you. I'm not leaving you for another bitch.
That's speculation.
I'm going to pay. Hold up. Hold damn. Big dog barking.
What?
I'm going to do, and I do. I love the sport. I got a couple more in me, right? I got a few more things I want to accomplish, and I'll be right back. Now, granted, I'll give you this credence to this. She should like, oh God, I don't like it, but you know what? She didn't think, right? Wow, he did all this. He has been here for me. He has taken care of me and the kids. What's one more year? Not even one more year. What's 8 more months? Right? 4 months this year, 4 months next year.
Ruthless.
So
trying to kill by itself started in May or June.
Big dog barking. That is what you call selfishness.
Because she asked her nigga to stay home.
She is listen. Her job is not there to be there to tell him what to do. That is not her job.
Well, he ain't got to worry about it no more. She gone.
Okay, but the point is, Big dog barking. This also is an indictment on you.
On who?
You.
What I do?
Because I know who run the house now.
Who?
I know who's the boss in your house.
Over?
Yeah. Yes. I know who the boss. You just indicted yourself.
I do what I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
How come I don't?
Because you just indicted yourself by saying, well, he should have did this for her.
Yeah. My wife asked me to do something for her and I stopped.
Big dog barking, birds of the feather flock together.
But see, the difference between me and Tom Brady and my wife asked me to stop. My wife asked me to stop fucking around with other women. That's all she asked me to do. She asked Tom Brady what was the difference of playing one more year when you got everything.
Okay, big dog barking. This is an indictment on you.
I just told you what my wife told me to stop doing.
And you did it.
And I did it.
Check yourself.
In my head, it's better for me to go and cut that shit off and
check
keep
yourself,
my wife
nigga.
For what? To keep my wife.
Happy wife, happy life, nigga.
I like my wife.
And I'm not disagreeing with you.
Okay.
Happy wife.
So if in order to keep my wife, all I gotta do is keep my dick in my pants. I kept my dick in my pants.
What, big dog barking? You're very valuable right now.
I know I am.
You know why you're valuable?
I know I am. What's up?
You know why you're valuable, nigga?
Why?
Because you help and substantiate my argument, which I believe is true. I believe 100% of marriages, for them to last, it's happy wife, happy life. There's no other way. Once again, let me say this. There's no other way that you can make a marriage last unless you happy wife and happy life in it. If you are the man, the leader, and you're assertive, and it's happy spouse, happy house, she will leave you.
Ruthless. You know how long I was fucking off on my wife before I stopped?
I don't care. You still broke down, nigga. Break yourself.
After 15 years, I
break
finally
yourself.
stopped.
Break yourself.
It's the difference.
I don't care if it's after 15 minutes. Break yourself, right?
So me being in the wrong and I stopped being in the wrong means what? I gave in?
Yes.
Because I was wrong.
What you said was, and this is what, and I can feel you because I'm going through this every day. Because you know I deal with multiple women, right? And all of them, they're trying to break me.
But I'm married to a man.
They all want me to themselves.
Yeah, my wife.
They all want me. They all want me to leave my options, right? To stay with them only. And you know what I tell them? You know what I tell them, big dog barking?
I'm listening.
You stay as long as you're happy, baby. When you're ready to leave, don't let that door hit you. Because it's all about me. I'm selfish.
You know how many times I told my wife to get them papers?
Yeah, you ain't, but you still
that's where you don't know. You know how many times
you just said
ruthless. You know how many times I volunteered to leave the house?
Yeah.
I volunteered. She didn't put me. I volunteered
Why would
to
you
leave
do
the
something
house.
like that?
Huh?
Why would you do something like that?
Because I do what I want to do.
Wait a minute. You volunteer to leave your house?
I volunteered to leave the house while she
Your
was
house
broke.
or her house?
My house.
You volunteer to leave your own
I
house?
volunteered to leave the house when she ain't had shit.
Wait, hold up. The king was ready to render his castle?
I left her with nothing and took my son.
And she kept
my daughter.
And she kept the house.
I came back because my son missed his mama.
You kept the house. She kept the house.
I gave her the house. I was ready to thug it out with me and my son.
Wait. The king relinquished his castle?
Yeah.
To make a point? To make a point?
Hey, I still do what I want to do, Ruthless.
Thank you, Big Dog Barking. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Big Dog Barking. This is why the women are winning.
How? When I come because my son wanted to see his mama?
Let me say this. Now, this ain't just for you. This is general.
Okay.
Right?
I'm listening.
This is why the women are winning. Because us men, we're willing to give them everything just to prove a point. Instead of saying, you get out and you get nothing. If you can't, listen, if the cost of losing that relationship to her is gaining a house, it's worth it. And then you came back. Oh, my son missed you. You missed her too, nigga.
Oh, Ruthless, I was still fucking off on. I ain't missed that much.
Both y'all missed her.
Ruthless, I moved in with another female at that point in time.
It don't matter. Your son said, Daddy, I miss mommy. And you said,
my son like his mama.
And you said, I miss her too. Let's go, baby.
Ruthless. I could have easily. Hold up. I could have easily dropped him off at my wife and went back to where I was and not gave a fuck.
Hold up. Right, you could just let her go visit. You miss your mom.
Or I did what a lot of you niggas say y'all go do is I raised my son.
Hold up, big dog.
I raised my son without my wife.
You could have dropped his ass off
and could have kept pushing.
Your mama for the weekend. I'll be back to get you. You miss her. No, what happened was he said, Daddy, I miss mommy. And you said, I miss mommy too.
I didn't say that.
And you came back. You came back, broken.
I know I didn't break down broken. No,
yeah, because remember, she wins if you come back. She wins if you come back.
She did what?
And you came back to her and said, baby, I'm gonna do whatever it is. Keep you happy.
I don't know. I don't know what niggas been telling you in jail. But I'm not that animal. I'm not the domestic animal. I'm not the domestic dog. I'll piss on your porch. I'll shit in your house. I'm not that dog. I'm not that domestic dog.
Babe, if you could save that gazelle from getting caught from that cheetah, you'll get lucky tonight. Where you going? Where you going? Yo, what the heck?
That was you, big dog.
Ruthless,
that was you, big dog.
Ruthless, please.
That was you, big dog.
You
was out that house. You had a new life, a new wife, and you said your son came. You said, Daddy, I miss mommy. And you said, I miss her too.
That's a lie.
And you took your ass on back there with him.
Yes, I did.
And said, baby, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make you happy.
That was no. I ain't say that. I didn't stop doing that to 2021.
Oh, baby, please. I'm down on my knees. I need you back in my life, baby.
That's what's going on, big dog. And then, let me say this, big dog. I don't think nothing's wrong with that.
Okay.
Just for the record, I'm not trying to shame you for that.
Okay, because I'm
what I'm saying is what I'm saying is it's very stoic for a man to be the bigger person when he's dealing with someone who is very unstable.
She wasn't unstable.
And we make the adjustments, necessary adjustments to keep the family intact in order.
But I just told she wasn't unstable.
But she was, well, whatever is the reason you left her, it wasn't because y'all was stable.
I left her because my dick was more important than my relationship at that point in time.
Y'all was arguing, and there was other things, right? It was a preference thing.
Ruthless. I argue all the time. I argue with motherfuckers with her now online.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about the argument. I told people
the point I'm making
got attitude, and I married her with attitude.
Do we know why you? And you know why you left Big Dog Barking?
Why leave?
Because you
tell
wasn't
me
happy.
why I left my wife.
You wasn't happy with her.
Who?
You was obviously she wasn't matching the energy the other girl was.
My wife would do whatever I asked her to do. Rufus.
Then you left her for someone who you thought was better.
I left her because my dick.
We've been rescued.
Yeah, you thought you was getting better.
I didn't think I was getting better.
What happened? You went over there, and the other woman that was there ready to step up and take her place, you didn't love her. You didn't care about her.
I didn't love a lot of them.
But you loved your wife. And you still love her.
I left them to my dick.
And you cared. No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying. And then you went back to her. When your son that hit you, that was the trigger. When your son said, "Daddy, I'm with mommy." You said,
I didn't want my son to be fucked up.
Right?
Never that.
And then you came back.
The little John house I went. The little John house I went over. I ain't have to do shit to give her dick.
You know what you told her? You know what you told her, Big Dog Barker?
What did I tell her, Rufus?
You said, "Baby."
You can't even tell me what I said.
You said, "Baby, I'm going to make you happy. I'm going to do everything for us to work."
She was already straight.
Yeah.
I left because
the most important thing in business is honesty, integrity, hard work, family. Never forgetting where we came from.
That was you, Big Dog Barkin.
It really wasn't.
That was you. That's why you came back.
It really wasn't.
If you wasn't you, Big Bar, if that wasn't you, you wouldn't have came back. You stayed where you was at and kept being for the streets.
Who? Ruthless. I always been for the streets.
But what happened? You felt weak. You said, you know what? You said,
what
you know what?
Was I didn't want my son to be without his mama, even though I was ready to be without his mama.
Nah, nigga. And stop right there, Big Dog Barkin. Pause.
Okay.
The women aren't doing the same thing that you would do.
Women ain't doing the same thing that I would do.
Hey, once they leave, they burn the motherfucking house down, nigga.
They can do that.
And they turn the kids against the man.
They will do that.
And they'll take you to fucking family court.
They ain't doing it.
No, I'm just saying this is what women are doing out here. They are
because I ain't never.
Yeah, we're talking about general, right?
I ain't never paying.
The average woman who leaves her, who divorces her husband, they're not going back. And if their kids come tell them, "Dad, mommy, we miss daddy," they say, "Well, keep missing them, nigga."
I don't. Well, that's in most nigga cases. I ain't those niggas. That's all I can tell you.
That's what these women are telling their kids. You gonna keep missing them.
Yeah.
When you want to see them, and when you want to see your daddy, you get you on the weekends, next weekend or next month. That's when you see him.
Yeah. And to avoid all that, I took my son with me because I didn't want my wife trying to turn my son against me.
Right.
And most niggas don't want to do that.
We got to understand, right? These women, Big Dog Barking, I'm kind of glad you told me the story because I have a lot more respect for you than you know what I mean?
Damn, you had no respect for me.
I have respect for you. I said I have more respect for you.
Oh, I'm about to say ruthless.
You know why I respect you more?
Why?
Because you stepped up, right? You had every opportunity to walk away.
Yeah.
And you stepped up. And you put the family first. You put her first. And you sacrificed your ego and your ambitions to, you know what?
I stopped fucking other females, Rufus.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. That's part of it.
My ego still you
sacrifice your ego, right? Of your selfish ambitions that, I would fuck out as many business I want to. And you sacrifice that to go back to your wife and reconcile your differences.
At that point in time, my son was 3.
Now, what I'm saying,
2021, he was 14. So that's a 11-year different when I still was doing the dumbass shit. I stopped when he was 14.
No, Xerox, I'm not blaming the women, Xerox. What I am is I'm giving reverence to Big Dog Barking. Big Dog Barking left his wife and took the kids and then thought about it and evaluated. And then his kid said, Daddy, I'll miss Mommy. He said, I'll miss her too.
Ruthless.
And then Big Dog Barking, Big Dog Barking thought about his family and everything that he had, I said, accumulated. And said, you know what?
Right.
I'm better in one home with my family under one roof
but
than out here trying to fuck all these bras.
He was 3.
I stopped
when he was 14.
That to me, Big Dog Barking is commendable.
Yeah. And
that is, hold on. Let me finish, Big Dog Barking. That is honorable.
Okay. All
right?
I did right.
Sometimes, Big Dog Barking, you have to see the bad to see what's good for you or what's better for you, right?
It took me a while to see that.
Sometimes it takes a mistake or two for you to, you know what? I need to be back where I started this shit. And when I've started, I'm now going to finish it. And that is my
first and last. Yeah, I get it.
This is what the women of today need to understand. You can always go back to your husband. Y'all, it ain't over. Y'all can work it out. But what do women want to do? They burn houses down left and right. Right? They savage. They even marry another nigga, had a kid called that nigga dad.
But ruthless. If women so savages, why niggas ain't savages?
We're savage, but our savagery is different. We're savage. Men, we were more savage in the streets. Like we come to take.
Now, maybe it's just my DNA, but if there's no love for a nigga in the streets, there's no love for a female acting wrong.
Listen, let me finish. God dang. Men's savagery is different, right? If we're dealing with women, listen, if we're dealing with women we don't love and don't care about, yeah, we're gonna run through them. No doubt.
Okay.
Our savage, but our premise of our savage is mostly violence, related to violence. Like we're taking a nigga out if you get on the nerves, all that.
But if you were savage, you were savage.
Hold on, slow down. But if a man finds or thinks he finds the apple of his eye, and he gets on one knee and puts a ring on the nigga and pays for that wedding, you're pretty much he's not going to leave.
But
it's going to take. It would take an extreme circumstance for him to walk away.
I'd say that's what nigga problem, because even with the apple of my eye, it might got a worm in it.
No, stop. Because you asked me to make a comparison, and I'm making it.
Okay.
Is you said why are men savage? Yeah, our savagery look different. But once a man finds the apple of his eye, that bitch that he loves, right? It's going to be very difficult for him to walk away from that love.
Why?
It's just because this is where we're wired, right? We're protectors,
and I think that's stupid.
As well as providers, right? As well as we. Yeah, I'm just saying this is a special woman to us, right? If a woman is special to a man, he's going to step up to the highest degree. And this is why we don't lead the number in filing for divorces.
Why not?
Because we are committed to duty. We're committed to the plan. We knew what we was getting ourselves into.
Right.
We knew that she wasn't going to be perfect. We knew that to build a great relationship, you have to go through the good and the bad.
I agree.
So we have all those things in our mind before we put a ring on it. We said we are going to dedicate to now. I'm going to say this to your point, Big Dog Barking. Unless, if he walk in the house and she's getting her cheese clapped, no, that's pretty much over. Right? That's extreme. I'm saying that's very extreme, right?
Cool.
Or she fucks his brother, something like that. Yeah, he's out of there.
But a lot of niggas will still stay after.
Some people still stay. I'm just giving the most likely a man leave. It has to be those type of extreme things for him to leave his wife, right?
Why it just gotta be her smashing another nigga for you to leave?
I'm just giving an example of men pretty much are dedicated once they put that ring on it, especially if they put a ring on it.
Right.
They're pretty much dedicated to that journey.
So you lose your balls when you put the ring on her finger?
No, you don't lose your balls. You don't lose your balls. We just understand commitment.
I understand commitment. I've been married 20 plus years. I understand commitment.
Okay,
but
we
I ain't lose my balls in the
process.
process.
Hold up, big dog, Barton. We understand commitment better than women do. And this is why we leave the less. This is why I'm not saying we're perfect. There are some men who, they get another woman and they leave. I'm not saying this is 100 out of 100. But for the most part, the majority of men, once they put a ring on it, once they find this is the apple of their eye, it's very difficult for him to leave that woman, because most men will, even if they don't like her all the time, even if their feelings might dissipate a little bit, we will turn to duty. And most men want to keep their family in one house. And this is overwhelmingly men in the highest level. We want to keep our family one house.
But my thing with that is you can't sit here on one hand say you the leader and I get my way and I dictate shit, and then when she acting bad, you still won't leave her because you about duty. It's like, bruh, if you were savage, you were savage. Regardless how much you love somebody, you're gonna have to hurt their motherfucking feelings to get a point across sometime.
But what that's not the point we're making. We're making is a lot of these women who are filing for divorce, that's not the case. Some of them is feelings because of outside influence.
A lot of them, if she step out the house, she got the outside influence on. She walk outside the door.
Okay, but it's just you keep reiterating what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, because the women are the weaker vessel, right? They can't be easier influenced than the man.
But would it go
right?
back to
This is why man has been given a title of leadership, because we are more, or we're lesser, we're not as easy as target, let's say a woman. Right? A woman's an easier target. We're like, if he meets her work husband and he's constantly in her ear and her friends are telling her you can do better stuff, she's more easier influenced by that than, let's say, a man.
But even still, if she the weaker vessel and she's easily influenced, she also knows what she got it good at. And if for much bullshit that I did in my own personal experience, my wife always would tell a motherfucker, he gonna take care of his motherfucking house. He gonna take care of his kids.
Once again, now your wife and you right now in 2025 are outliers. You guys are not the majority anymore. Let's keep this. So now you're speaking to the minority, strong minority.
Okay.
Majority of women, whether their man is successful, whether he's unsuccessful, whether he's cheating, whether he's not cheating, they are filing. Like I said, there's 1 million divorces a year, and women are filing 875,000 of them. They're leading, and the number one reason is finances. Okay, so women are saying by the numbers that men are expendable if that man can't better their lives for them. If he doesn't make her life better, or she doesn't reach where she thinks she needs to be, she's out. She's putting a parachute on, and if they got kids, she's taking them too, and she's going to courts and bag that payday. What you got to say, Kasim, on this topic? What do you want to come up here? Hold up. We got the
That's right. That's right. Get my damn theme music together. I'll wait.
We got.
Oh, baby, please. I'm down on my knees. I need you back in my life, baby.
We got Kasim, the dream.
You know what, Ruthless? I really admire how you try to tell me how my life is. I really admire how you try to tell me what my thought process and how I think in order to get the outcome that you want, fam. So shout out to you, Ruthless, for your wild imagination about how I live my life.
Man, swear you
No,
got a
no, no,
vivid
no, no. You made a,
imagination.
no. That's wrong. You made a qualifying statements, and I addressed the statements which you made.
But
right?
you know what though? Big dog barking. He proved a lot of my points and was basically saying the same thing that I was saying. A lot.
Okay. So let's address this one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Submit to a man's ability. That's wrong.
Stop.
Stop it.
Yes,
Right.
yes, she does. Right?
Break that down,
She's
Break
basically.
that-
Wait a minute. Stop. Let me come on, Ruthless.
No,
Let me
no,
get this
no,
out.
no. Here I'm letting you go. I'm saying break it down. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. A woman will submit to a man's abilities. His ability to do what? His ability to think, his ability to problem solve, his ability to provide, his ability to protect, to look out for things in the long run. She will look at those abilities, and if those abilities have enough favor for her to benefit from and have a comfortable lifestyle, she'll be like, okay, I'm gonna rock with this dude. Now, if you're a man and you don't have majority of those things that she can submit to, she won't do it.
Okay.
So, and again, a man.
I'm giving you a chance to explain this. Let's go to the next part, right? This is you. All you're doing is breaking down your statement, okay? So then you say, if you are a capable man, she has something to submit to. Break that down.
Yes. If you have those abilities, having strength, having competence, being strong, being motivational, you can get good results. The things that you do, she will submit to those things.
Okay. So next part. The next is men don't demonstrate enough of the masculine abilities where she chooses to stay.
Correct.
Go ahead.
You cannot keep a woman. She can stay. A lot of men think that they can do things, that they can keep a woman, and it transforms the interaction to doing what she wants to do. You have to demonstrate enough of those qualities, right? Where she's looking at you like, okay, he takes care of things for me. He takes care of the household. Everything is set. He pays for everything, and I feel comfortable. So I'm going to choose to stay.
Okay. So now to the next point, right? So you also said his abilities causing her to have an emotional response.
Yes. When you are doing those things, when you are quote unquote bag chaser, you get in the bag, you making things move, you go into a room and energy shifts towards you and your favor. She's looking at that and she's having an emotional response to those things that you do. Now, based upon the quality of the things that you do, that emotional response that she has, it can be positive towards you or it can be negative towards you.
Okay, Cassian. So you validated your point, and this is why I say you're part of the problem.
What?
So because that's why I had to break it down.
I want to hear this.
Because number one is we understand that women they have full autonomy. That's one, right? A woman in the history of this world have never submitted to a nigga's abilities, right? What women do is they latch on to the best, I would say, suitor to give them what they want, right? And this looks different in a lot of ways. Some of it's money, emotional support, sex, whatever it is that they feel that makes them whole. So
his abilities, Ruthless. His abilities.
I'm saying this is what's wrong. This is where you're right, but this is where and this is without substance. So therefore, she are emotionally attached to these things, right? The emotional attachment comes, right? Then her feelings kick in, right?
But they just don't listen, Ruthless. It just don't happen out of nowhere, out of thin air. She has to wait a minute, Ruthless. She has to be able. Nope, she has to be able to see, and you have to demonstrate those things for her to have a reaction to it, Ruthless.
You already broke this down. We heard your point.
But you just reinforcing my points all over again by your stories. You just reinforced my point.
if her emotion, women are submitted to their emotions, not the man.
Correct. No, correct. But she is ruthless. She is ruthless. She is responding. She is responding emotionally.
I let you finish your whole breakdown of your point. Respectfully, Kasim. I listen to you, and then I let you reiterate. All I'm saying is a woman is loyal to her emotions, not the man. And once those emotions are changed or I would say have been tampered with, she has now become compromised. Women do not submit to men, they submit to their desires of what they want from that man. That means if she's unhappy with you, she and her feelings tell her she can feel she can do better or do different things better without you and be independent without you. And then if her work husband's getting in her head, right, she will walk away from you. She will take the kids. She will file the paperwork in the courts, take the kids from you. These women are filing 875,000 divorces a year. There are 1 million divorces a year. So this is why, and they're leaving not only poor men, they're leaving also rich men. They're not leaving just rich men, they're also leaving the middle class men. Because why? Women have independence and they do what they feel is best for them.
You done now?
Yep, I'm done.
Okay. You just reiterated my point all over again, Ruthless. And you and I have already agreed in the past that to a woman, her emotion is law. Right? But you have to remember what we as men, what we demonstrate, what they see us do, that causes that emotion. So if we're doing things that she's going to positively benefit from, she's going to have positive emotions. I like to call them light and fluffy. If we're doing things where we're not getting very consistent results, we missing something in this area, we doing this wrong, and that happens to steamroll over and over again, those results that we demonstrate is going to have a negative impact on us, and she's going to have negative feelings that's going to cause her to react and do certain things. I'm breaking it down deeper, the root cause of those things, Ruthless, not just the surface level, because we've agreed on that already.
So we can all agree with this, right? For the sake of the argument, that women choose bad guys for the most part. They have a very strong history of chasing after rappers, Pookie's, Ray Rays, married men, etc. Right? So we do understand, right? Their emotions are very confused, right? The guy that's right there that wants to be faithful to them, that's giving her roses every day, she don't want him. She's chasing the nigga in the sky, right? The invisible nigga that don't exist. But in her mind, that's where her emotions are. Let me tell you this, and I'm gonna pass it to you guys. I'm gonna let Niners get in. Big Dwyer, I'm gonna let you respond. I'm gonna let Niners get in.
All right.
There are women that still love Tupac right now to this day, right? And this nigga is no longer living. So we understand that women's emotions, they can be attached to something that doesn't exist. This is what makes them fleeting. This is what makes them unstable. Because how can you love a dead nigga? This nigga don't love you. He's dead. He doesn't exist on earth. But there are women who are infatuated and are dedicated to Tupac as we speak. There are women who are dedicated to rappers who don't even know their name. Because why? They're emotionally attached to the lyrics, to the words that's coming out of his mouth in a song.
Yes, so, music does that. Music causes women causes people to have emotions. Yes, so it does that.
Right. And this is what makes emotions dangerous to women. Because these things are not, this is not who the guys are. They're just rapping to be rapping. And how you have emotions for shit that has nothing to do with romance and love. And we're talking about Lil Durk. We're talking about Kodak Black, talking about robbing and delete niggas. And women flocking to these men more than, listen, women are not lining up at the doctor's office. Women are not lining up at the lawyer's office. Women are not paying their money and spending their money to go get with engineers, right? Women are spending their money. They're lining up in droves and millions to chase who? These drill rappers by the millions. So we can't sit here and say that, oh man, how she feels for us, her positive energy, if she's attracted to negative energy. Now, go ahead, Big Dog Barking. What you have?
I was just finna say that ain't gonna be long night. Cause I know you want to get in and get on Ruthless.
No. I got all day. I already cooked Ruthless earlier today.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. I like
that was beautiful, Nightness. That was beautiful. I heard it.
I like
magnificent.
This early Nightness. But I was gonna say, Ruthless, like, do you think them so-called good guys don't want to be the bad guy?
Yes, they do, but they can't.
Why they can't?
Because their ambition is to get a job, get a home, provide, protect, simple things, right? They're simple men. They're not going out to get an AK-47 or AR-15.
You don't get an AK-47 to be the bad guy.
No, I'm just saying there are bad men are doing this, right? We just see court case after court case after court case, right? So don't tell me that there's not bad men doing this. Even Young Thug said, if you go to jail, get like whoop-de-doo.
But what I'm saying is,
right? So I don't want to hear that bad men don't do bad things. But what I'm saying is, Young Thug had women lining up at a jail cell.
Okay, and it's dudes at Comic-Con that get Comic-Con pussy.
You know, they're not like Young Thug. They're not got the Comic-Con niggas ain't got bitches. I've been to Comic-Con niggas. Hold up.
You get pussy wherever you can get pussy from.
Big Dog Barking. I've been to Comic-Cons. They come out here where I'm at.
I know
women are not flying. Listen, women are not flying out to see niggas who do Comic-Con. But anyway, I don't want to get into that rabbit hole. So we got my man on the store. He swore he cooked me about some stuff, and we're gonna. He swear he a decipher. We got Nightish tonight from the lair. To be we gonna watch it because he could be a gentleman and he could be a dog savage. What you got to say, Nightish?
What? I'm the sweetest. I'm like Santa Claus. I ain't nothing but joy and love. How dare you, sir? There's nothing mean or bad about me. I mean, you got flambéed earlier. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. We just move on. I don't know why you always make the dudes so weak in these scenarios that you cook up.
I don't make the dudes weak. The system make the dudes weak because the system which you're constructed in, right? They empower women to have these false sense of securities that they don't need a man, that they think that everything about them they can do with or without a man. And these women are on these panels and in life are walking around as they're better than men because of the false sense of 911, right? This is why a woman will challenge a man who knows she can't beat up, but she knows that she got that 911 in her back pocket. Who can check me, boo? Right? Then you got women who are educated, right? And getting corporate, they fucking their way to the top thinking, and because society has not made consequences for these things, and there's men who champion these things. Oh, she just has to do what she got to do to the top, and we got men like Brownville, et cetera, who are saying these women are queens. They are loving their power that you guys that men are championing. So this is why it seems like men are from a power position. I would say men are losing power, and they are because of the system. Not me. The system, especially the institution of marriage. We do have to do marriage. The institution of marriage, it takes the leverage away from the man, and it gives the leverage to the woman. Right? If that woman goes to the courts and say, "Hey, well, why you won't leave him?" Irrespective, I don't know. I just won't leave him. If y'all got kids, you have as a man accumulated assets, whatever. Of course, we're gonna divide that shit up and give her whatever percentage they deem that she deserves. The women, the court system values the women more than they do the men. So it's the system that make men weak because they're taken away from our ability to lead as we see proper to lead.
And we should understand this. One thing, do criminals give a damn about the law?
Somewhat. Somewhat. Depends. So I ain't telling, right? They don't want to really do that time, right?
Does conversation rule the nation?
Yeah.
Kasim.
Yeah, what's up?
You're a valuable man, right?
Yes.
A woman would see you as value and will want to maintain a relationship with you, right?
Yes.
So she's willing to listen and do a few things because she understands your worth, right?
You got me confused with your other bitch.
What other bitch? I'm with you every single day.
Yeah, Nidus, yes.
That's all I've been saying to the man. If a woman values you, if she understands what she actually gets from having you in her life, she's going to do what is necessary to keep that relationship going. Now, if you have
this
no
is crazy
value,
work, dude. This is crazy work.
Okay,
Tell me, any of you, what is the?
Go ahead, Nidus.
No, let Empress.
No, but I'm just saying I don't mind Emperor talking, right? But he has to talk in turn. I want a little bit of organization.
Yeah, just let me know, dude.
I don't have. Listen, I welcome pushback. Let me make this preference. I don't mind pushback. I don't want an echo chamber. Then we're gonna argue. We're gonna beat whatever. But let's do it in order so that the crowd can understand and they can pick a side. All right.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Please, what you said, Nidus? Then we let Emperor.
No, give it to Empress.
Okay, let's go, Empress.
Okay, nobody even is. This is the problem when you give people with lack of gray matter the time to think. They're not made to think. Like, this is what I'm like. Do any of you actually know the biological relationship between men and women? And can you tell me what it is?
It is for reproduction and for camaraderie.
No.
Procreation and cooperation.
No,
with each other.
It's women give their bodies for men as playthings, and men, please don't kill us. That's the relation. Do you guys not understand that do you guys have any idea that women can be impregnated and give birth under medically induced coma? You don't need them conscious. See, this is the whole point. You guys are under the biological assumption that we're equal creatures, not women are inferior, which they are. They're an inferior creature. The reason, do you guys understand that the human infant is the only the only animal that is completely defenseless when it's born, and the human female is the only grown animal that cannot fend for itself?
Yeah,
you guys have no idea. Like, do you understand that women have like 42 psi in their wrists and grip? It means they can't make tools, they can't rip, they can't defur animals after they kill them. Like, this is what, like, you guys are under the impression that women aren't an inferior creature that we should enslave and use as we want.
No, that's not true, Imperius. I heard you make these other points. I heard you, I believe it was yesterday when I was fishing, and you've been on for quite some time, and you were on with Sharon and a bunch of other gentlemen, and Sharon was speaking in reference to the difference between, men and women, how they gather and hunters. And I've heard all this stuff from you the other day, so I'm quite familiar with it.
There's absolutely nothing a woman does other than take dick. Their entire existence revolves around taking dick. It's who they're going to take dick by, who they want to be taken dick by, whose dick they might take, how they insinuate that they might take somebody's dick. That's their entire existence. Why are you guys? And it's because men have daughters, and they don't want to know or want to accept that every man that gets with their daughter is going to be doing the same degrading thing they did to somebody else's daughter. It's just men's weak ass ego. And innately, when you have a daughter, you know they're going to have cum on their face by a bunch of other men, and nobody wants to accept that.
So good point. I like it. But this is my point to the men over the earth, right? listen, everybody understands pretty much our things here, right? We're here to procreate. We're here to be civilized in the society and become the best version of yourself, or whatever that is, right? But we need to stop blaming men for women's atrocities as well. Women have to.
They're an inferior creature, dude. Why do people not understand? You guys are so in.
Women are adults, and if they commit deletions, they will be charged in the court of law accordingly. If women do stealing from the store, they will go to jail and be charged accordingly. Women have to accept the responsibilities for their actions. And I understand that they're inferior. I'm not disputing that. I understand women is the weaker vessel. Not disputing that. But it does not acquit them when they're wrong. Because when they're wrong, they're wrong. That's all we're saying.
I understand that, but the problem is that men don't see women as wrong because they balance the interests in their head and go, "Oh, what would it be like to fuck her?"
Yes,
and essentially that's what happens. Like, for example, I was just reading a story today in Kentucky that a woman was taped poisoning her husband's coffee, almost killed him. She got 3 months probation. Why? Because the judge is like, "Oh man, if she gets out in 3 months, maybe I can run into her and I'll fuck her one day." In the end, you guys, the power lies in being able to get away from women's sorcery. I remember Busy Bone said this. He said, "Women coming with sorcery, I'm living with curses, smoking." You guys are like, what happened to black?
And you know what though? Busy Bones still wants. He still wants one woman that's down for him. He still wants that. In spite of all of the things that they do, he still wants one woman that's going to be really down for him. And I believe most to all men want that.
True, we do want
at
that.
the end of the day.
He's come to
Exactly.
the acceptance. He's come to the acceptance, as every other man is, that the only woman that is viable for a wife is a virgin. And once they take a dick, I'm sorry, I don't want a human urinal. Like, don't you have more self-esteem than wanting to touch a human urinal? Like, that's what I'm trying. It's what it is as men have nose. Like, I'm sorry, but when I see a woman, I don't care how hot, I don't care if she's Megan Fox. She's had cum on her face. You're nothing that has had cum on it or in it can be equal to me. Why does nobody have that kind of confidence?
Well, it's because a lot of men, if they thought that way, that confidence would give them particular results and probably much not very good ones when it comes to having women long term, if that's what you want. But I think most men want, again, a woman that can be with him down for a long time. And if you come with that particular mindset that has you to do certain actions, you're not going to get very good results from the women.
That's the opposite if it's true, though. No, if you treat women like that, they will stay with you. Everything a woman does is a shit test. When they tell you they're powerful, they're actually weak. They want you to backhand them, tell them to shut up and suck your dick. Why do you think women stay with men that abuse them?
Because those men exhibit some sort of strength. However, there's other attributes that you have in addition to that makes them stay. And the only reason why they get with these men like that, because they're initially attracted to them, right? If they're attracted to them at a certain level, he doesn't need very many of those things until, as time goes on, she wants more. Okay, you're a bad boy. I know that you got a Glock. You can protect me. You can put in some safety. What else is it that you can do? Are you a good supplier? Are you a good supporter of me? And if it's not in those particular categories, those women choose not to stay with him anymore. So yes, those men, they exhibit certain characteristics and certain attributes that make them feel safe in the presence, but that safety is not enough. And too many men have brainwashed themselves into thinking that they could just be, they could just be tough and they could swing the Excalibur. Then it's like, okay, what else you got? And that's where they fall short.
Okay, so
I get it, but hold on. The problem is that women have been removed from their biological necessities. They don't need to.
Let me hop in here, right? Listen, protection is not only, I agree with you, Kasim, it's not only about swinging a sword or shooting a pistol. But we do need to be able to correct to properly protect. That means if I tell her, look, you're not getting no lashes, you're not getting the BBL, you're not going on that girls trip with your friends to Vegas, because I don't like you from going from under my covering, because I know that you're the weaker vessel, then she needs to comply. But if because of men like you can see and the society, y'all say,
stop projecting.
Let her be who she be. Live in your truth, boo.
But that's coming from the presumption that women ever wanted to have sex.
No, I'm just saying about what I'm saying.
They don't want, let's be real here. Do you think you want another entity laying on top of you, dripping sweat into your face, pounding into you, grabbing your butt?
Of course they do, right? Of course the women love
No,
sex.
they don't. That's why they have a clitoris.
Okay.
Nature had to get them to want to do it with the only organ specifically for sexual pleasure.
But that's not the conversation I want to have, right?
But that leads into it. Hold on, dude. It's a tapestry, dude. It's a tapestry.
No, you're wrong, Empress. The reason why we like to have sex, why men like to have sex, is the pure, almost guarantee of busting a nut and getting an orgasm. Women don't have that more times than not. I'm just saying in general. But you brought up the topic about sexual, right? But you brought up the topic about sexual pleasure.
Yeah, that's the point. The point is, they have to be convinced to have sex. They don't want a human. Women don't like dirty shoes in their house. You think they want a dirty dick inside of them?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay, if you believe that, then why are women only physically attracted to 2% of men?
Okay, so let's have the conversation. Now I need to speak. I'm the host. You let me finish. We have prostitutes that exist. We have strippers that exist. We have a lot of women out here having sex for money. Women like sex, right? And especially if they can monetize it. That's for women. That's the name of the game. Sex is more good to them, especially if they can monetize it. Women enjoy sex. They love. That's why they don't like guys with small dicks. They want guy with. Most women want the guy with a decent sized penis, right? Because they get pleasure. Women get pleasure from having sex. So, we're not going to sit here and act like women are just, I hate sex. I hate sex. No, what they don't like is having sex and not getting paid for it. That's what a lot of women don't like. They want to be compensated. These women,
they don't naturally like you. They don't naturally like us, dude.
Let me finish. Right. Women want to be compensated. This is why women think they're the prize, right?
Because they don't find us attractive
for their vagina. And that compensation is not only just money, right? They want you to give up all your options. They want you to be emotional support. All of these things that they require from you is at the cost of their vagina. And if the moment you don't match those things or meet those requirements, right, they get rid of you because you're no longer pleasing them, right? And this has nothing to do with vagina. It has everything to do with their emotion because they get emotionally attached to how you treat them. And a large of that is money and emotional support. So the moment you take those things away, you take that emotional support, stop having sex with your woman for a year and see how long that relationship lasts, right? Stop taking her shopping. Stop saying, no, babe, we're not shopping no more. We're not doing that no more. We got to save up for the future. You just wear the clothes. I done bought you all these clothes. You just repeat that shit and see how long y'all last, right? Because women, they need not only to be pleased in the future, but they need to be pleased in a moment. And a moment you don't please them in that moment, they deem you as unvaluable and they devalue you. And this is where the respect thing gets lost, right? They start like, now they're going on girls trip. Now I don't want to talk to you, right? So we have to understand when we're dealing with women, we're dealing with an emotional creature who's very greedy and selfish.
Yeah, they're succubi. No, again, we're still looking at it at an angle. They don't even think. Do you think women actually think?
Yeah,
they don't. That's what I'm saying. We're looking at like.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't. No. They don't think.
No, they think.
They react in a biological instigation.
Emperor,
So
they
all
thinking
women see, all women do is react to the knowledge and to the stimuli that they could die at any 1 second. Everything that you just exclaimed can be fixed with this.
So
let women die. If you see a woman getting pounded with a brick, let them die. If you see a woman getting shot, let her die. Women have been removed from the only thing that made them want to procreate the species, their inherent weakness that they could die and be raped at any time. That is the only thing. No. This whole love thing, love didn't exist before Disney, guys. You guys should read the 18, 17, 16, 1500s diaries of women and what they thought of men.
So
And you got like this. No, hold on.
I don't totally agree.
Gotta hop off here, but in general, there's just like there's no discussion. You either control them like a child or you let them destroy you. There is no in between, because women are a consumption objects. Their biology makes their reality. They have a massive vacuum in their body that they consume to try to fill the emptiness that is inside them that they will never fulfill because they're not men. They're inherent. Remember, God created women to be suitable helpers, not equals. So I gotta hop off because I gotta go shower after the gym. I'll be back in about an hour if you're still here. But this is, you guys gotta literally think of it in the aspect of a biological creature. They don't love you. They love what you can do for you.
Thank you.
The action of love is
we
self-sacrifice.
understand that. We understand that. But basically, like I was telling the Ruthless, it is based upon our abilities, right?
Yes.
The more capable a man of having these abilities, the more she gravitates to them because it's important for her survival.
Hey, Emperor, subscribe to my channel so you can be notified when we do.
Yeah, I already subbed earlier today, so I'll be back. All right, man.
So, yeah, yeah, he said some good things, but I'm going to thank you for coming up, Kasim, Nightish, whenever you wake up again. But yeah, and I'm gonna say this last little point, and then we be out. Kasim, I'm not saying that men shouldn't be losers, right? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that that we shouldn't step up and be responsible for our actions. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is finger pointing and blaming others for others' action ain't gonna solve the problem either. If they wrong, they wrong, Kasim. If a woman is wrong, she's wrong. If a man is wrong, he's wrong. And we got to call it like it is, down the middle. Because we blaming the men for everything is not going to make the woman be a better person. She's only going to get worse. And you do have to.
Ruthless, I do agree with that. I have never made it the fact that women are blameless, that they have nothing that they can work on. They're just totally scot-free and totally I never thought that, and I never will think that. I understand that women have a lot of work to do within themselves, right, in order for them to be the right individual that's suitable for a person that has those abilities. Right. I've always stood by that fact, and I'll always stand by that. I don't give them a blanket pass just for them to do what they want to do. Like, no. Capable men have expectations, and capable men have standards for the women that they choose to have in their lives, for the what they can have, what they can buy, what they can cover a woman for. And they can't just be any old thing, because that man has choices. What I will say is, be the best person that you can be, working on your values and your character and everything else that would make you more suitable for that person to accept you when y'all come along and when y'all meet.
And my point is this: women need to start holding up their end of the bargain, because the men that they're marrying and that they're having these kids with, and for the most part, are meeting all those standards. Come on now. Most of the men, from Tom Brady to all the men in the middle class, they are meeting the standards. They are them niggas. They are him. Right? So women need to return on their investment. They need to give the men the return on their investment, because a lot of men are spending a lot of money on these women. A lot of men are paying their mortgages up front. A lot of men are being 100,000, 160,000 in a hole before they even marry the woman. What the fuck are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? So men are stepping to the plate. Women aren't just out here homeless and looking for a place to stay. A man will cash out a woman a hotel room fee just because he thinks she's cool. So the thing that women don't have to worry about here is a man that's going to take care of them. And there are a lot of capable men, right? It just may not be because what women say are broke. What Sarah Funat said, if you make it 70K, you are not worthy of her. These women are delusional. Okay? So women, because they have picked the thing that's bad for them, which is, all this materialization of the relationships, all this shooting for the stars, getting to the bag, which is bad for relationships, because they have chosen that, they are no longer valuable partners to get married to or to even have relationships in a lot of cases, because they have been corrupted. Instagram has got a lot of these bitches. We can go about TikTok, etc., right? And they clout chasing. All this is bad for them. And we know this as men. We know this. And this is why they divorce us. They divorce us or leave us because we tell them, we don't want you going to the concert with your friends because that's not good for our relationship. You have everything you need here. I might not can't give you what Future give you. I might can't buy you a new Benz or Maybach. But I make sure you got a roof over your head, food in your stomach, and I'm going to be here the best I can for you. But for women, that's not good enough because they saying they want more. And beware of those who are married now, are finna get married or have young marriages. There's a lot of turbulence ahead. Set your sails. So Rufus is going to thank you for coming, Kasim, Nightish, and hit the like button, subscribe, share. I'll do a live probably later on tonight, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. But
all right,
you're always welcome to this platform, Kasim. Whatever you want. You want to come up and yell at me like you always do.
No, but you know what though? Because sometimes, honestly, I would say sometimes I have it on speakerphone and sometimes I have it in the headset, and I understand that because I have it on Bluetooth now. If I have it in the headset, I'm more focused in the conversation, and as you can see, I'm not as boisterous. So, something I'm working on.
Okay, don't worry about it. I don't care. I don't mind. I don't care. Fuck, I'm hood. You know what I mean? I'm from the hood. I don't give a fuck this shit. We can yell all day. We can yell all day. But yeah, thank y'all for coming. Rufus is out.